Welcome back to the MJ Innocent podcast. It's your girl, Moonwalker Tanya. If you are a Moonwalker, you know what to do. Please like and subscribe. If you are a MJ hater, then beat it. Okay, so I know that in my previous video, I was going to talk about part 2 of the 05 jury. But in my opinion, I think this video is more important. It really irritates me how these award shows, the media, the tabloids, the haters, they're still trying to mute Michael and punish him for something he didn't do. Now, I want to give a shout out to Joey from Moonwalking Kingdom. He also did a short video about it, even though it's basically about something that he typically doesn't like to talk about in the kingdom. But I'm glad he did. Alright, so there was, rumors going around that Chris Brown was going to be the next king of pop, which Chris did not like, obviously. And if you guys want my personal opinion, there is only one king of pop, and that will always be Michael Jackson. No one is going to come close or pass him. So, to any singers who are hoping to do that, you're wasting your time. Okay, now, with that being said, with Thriller 40 coming out, Chris Brown wanted to do a tribute to Thriller 40 at the American Music Awards. Well, when they found out he wanted to do a tribute to Michael, they canceled it. And to all the award shows, you have a lot of nerve. You're going to punish Michael for something he didn't do, but the Emmys and BAFTA, etc., they're going to give fake awards to that piece of crap that was completely debunked and those two losers lost in court again? How dare you? And Dan Greed and that loser James Safechuck, they were both in tuxedos and they went up on stage and James was smiling like an idiot, like the idiot he is. I mean, for heaven's sakes, people. I mean, to the media and these award shows, if you support Wade and James, you're supporting a scam. And you're punishing the real victim of extortion. And I've said it before, and I'm going to keep saying it. I do not believe in civil lawsuits when it comes to CSA claims. And I've also said this before. I need to do research because I want to know why a civil lawsuit is even an option for that, because it shouldn't be. The only option should be the criminal case. Because I do believe that if a criminal case was the only option, Michael never would have been accused. And to any MJ haters who disagree with me on that, name me one accuser who did not pursue money. I'll wait. Forever. And it's not just the civil lawsuits that convinced me that we shouldn't trust these people. It's also considering the fact that they didn't have one shred of evidence, and no MJ haters, hearsay is not evidence. It's kind of like with Wade's penetration lie, for example. He claimed he was penetrated. We all know very well that Michael is well endowed. If that happened, Wade's behind would have been destroyed. He would have had to have emergency surgery. He would have a scar. He would have hospital records. He would have everything to prove it. But no, when the judge asked him to take a polygraph and a physical, he refused. So why should we believe you, Wade, just because you say so? I don't think so. It just aggravates me because, the American Music Awards, have you learned nothing from what the Emmys and BAFTA did? And you have to remember, Michael has over 5 billion fans. Are you really willing to risk losing viewers based on doing that? And you see, this is why I don't watch award shows. Actually, I heard the year when Dan Greed and James won that Emmy that a lot of people switched off the Emmys that year. Good. And as far as BAFTA, okay, so for those of you that do not know, BAFTA gave LN the award for Most Factual Documentary. Now, there's several problems with that. First of all, documentaries are supposed to be factual, period, okay? So how could one documentary be more factual than others? That doesn't make sense. And then to make it even more laughable, they won that award after LM was completely debunked. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, so I don't know if any of you guys watched the American Music Awards, but I was furious when I heard about this because first the media tries to say, oh, Chris Brown's going to be the next King of Pop, but when he wants to do a tribute to the King of Pop, they were like, oh, no, we don't want you to do that. Seriously, to the media, the award shows, the tabloids, the haters, stop punishing Michael for something he didn't do. If you really want to punish the bad people, why don't you punish Oprah or Wade or James or Janet Arvizo or Adrian McManus? But no, you look to them as heroes, even though you're paying them to lie on Michael. And I know Dan Greed claimed Wade and James were not paid to do LN. I don't believe that for a second. Maybe Dan Greed didn't pay them, but maybe Oprah did, maybe HBO did, maybe David Geffen did. Who knows? Harvey Weinstein? Who knows? But I know there's no way Wade and James would do that for free because they don't do anything for free. Look at the other scams they're pulling, like their online/hotline scams. They charge you anywhere from $100 to $250 an hour, depending on how much you make. I don't even think real therapists do it that way. And with Wade's charity scam, the minimum you can donate is $250, and Wade does not have to report where the money comes from or where the money goes. And he called it a fund so he wouldn't have to fill out I believe it was a 990 form with the IRS. Because apparently the laws are different in Hawaii. So, to the media who's been saying that moonwalkers are idol worshippers or whatever, you're criminal worshippers. And I have never treated Michael like a god. Yeah, my bedroom is covered with Michael Jackson stuff, but that doesn't mean that I think he's God. And as a closing, I do want to say something to moonwalkers who do try to treat Michael as a god. You really need to stop it. Because not only is God mad about that, but Michael would be mad about that too. He even said himself, in no way do I think that I am God, but I try to be God-like. And even with Jesus, he said, I'm not saying I'm Jesus. I'm not saying that at all. I just try to imitate Jesus. So the way Michael is because of God, but that doesn't make him God. So remember that. And I was a little afraid to mention this, but I'm going to say it anyway. To prove how against this whole treating Michael like a god thing is, like my friend Shatara, she told me that there's a Facebook page, I think it was called like the Church of Michael Jackson. I was furious. And I'm going to be honest with you guys, I tried to report that page to have it removed. And I'm a fan. And I don't want to hear any of this fake fan crap. I've been a fan for 29 years, but I'm also a baptized Christian. I am not going to treat someone like God when he isn't. Michael was a wonderful man, the greatest entertainer who ever lived, but there is only one God, and that is God. Yeah. So, I know I talked about many different topics in this video, but that's just how I am. But seriously, it really aggravates me when these award shows are doing this. I mean, for heaven's sakes, the poor man has been gone for 13 years. This mockumentary was completely ripped apart. Those two losers lost in court again. The losers are now trying to accuse the judge of preventing them from obtaining critical evidence when they are the ones who refuse to follow the judge's requests. So, I mean, to the media and the tabloids and stuff, you're just making idiots out of yourself. And as a closing, I am going to say this again because I am so happy for Tom Mesereau. Because on the day Michael was acquitted on all 14, not 10, but 14 counts, Berry Gordy told Tom Mesereau that he had cost the media billions, not millions, but billions of dollars when Michael was acquitted. So, yeah. And to the media, that's exactly what you deserve. You deserve to lose billions, if not trillions. After all the people you have paid to lie on Michael and all the BS stories you've written about him, that's exactly what you deserve. Yeah. All right. So, let me know what you guys think about this in the comments. Like, did you watch the American Music Awards? Like, what do you feel about this whole Chris Brown thing? Because, like I said, he should have been able to do his tribute, especially since Michael's been proven innocent again. But, they're still trying to mute Michael, which is wrong. All right. So, let's have a great conversation, and I will see you soon.